Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Smuggler's MMA. I'll be discussing that I am tired. I'm tired of these fights, of the endless hugging, of the few moments we get of striking, and even then, it's just to set up a fucking takedown. Which, if I'm fair enough, it's MMA. But I'm tired of this endless control, sitting on the back, not doing anything, not advancing position. Just, you know what? Let me get into a few examples. We're going to start off with obviously the person who's, I won't say known the most for doing this, but recently has been doing it, is Islam Makhachev. Now, you may look at this and be like, well, the Volk fight was great. And while I do agree it was, the striking was beautiful. Islam, like I said, in my opinion, before in my previous video, taking the first two, Volk winning the third, and then we have the fourth round where he just lays on him for like 3.5 minutes, doesn't do anything. Like, how do you not stand this up? How do you not? Something needs to be done. I don't care. Something needs to be done. Just if you're not trying to get a sub, trying to not like land some big elbows on them, just make them stand up. And then in the fifth round, we all know what happened. He was praying for dear life that the clock would run out. And it did, and he survived. And he won a semi-controversial decision. But I just want to say, look at his face and look at Volk's. Pretty sure Volk has like a small cut over his eye. Islam looks like he's been in a 5-rounder. Volk's just like, yeah, I went to like 2 to 3 rounds and I finished him. Like, it's just the same thing over and over with this guy. And then we have the JDM fight where I just don't even. He just smudges him for 5 rounds. Yay, double champ or 2 division champ. Good for you. I mean, you're top three. I mean, can't deny it anymore. It's just so annoying when you look at these stats. 19 minutes of control. 19. 3 minutes bare minimum in each round. 4 minutes. Look at the significant strikes. 0 of 2, and he wins that round. Yeah, you had 22 of 25 on total strikes. Fair enough. I mean, you're hitting baby shots. 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Not a single sub attempt in this entire fight. Like, I don't know what I just watched, man. Like, it's a problem. Like, honestly, no, I'm not gonna say it, but just, we need to do something. No, I'm kidding. Refs stand them up, and it's only some of these fighters, bro. It's only these Dagestanians, because I've watched Herb Dean look at Marab while he's like genuine trying to do something and be like, you know what, you gotta work. Like, bro, he's actually trying to do something, even if it's against a cage and he's kneeing the fucking thigh. It's better than laying in half guard or sitting in a body triangle and just these little taps, these little not doing anything. Anyways, and then we have his most previous fight against Ian Gary. I mean, to be fair though, the second round was great. I mean, the head kick, I was shocked. I'm like, damn, Ian Gary might get finished. This would be a legendary performance from Makhachev. People were picking Gary to beat Islam. I actually thought Gary had a very, very good chance to beat Islam. And then he wouldn't obviously finish him because he doesn't finish people at welterweight. And then Gary would just take over in the striking range, or in the striking, excuse me. And for the next like 2 rounds, 3 and 4, I thought he won this rounds 3 and 4. But I mean, you have later in the first and the fourth, actually, just him holding him against the cage, not doing anything. Like, yes, I will admit, every like 30 to 40 seconds, he would pick him up or try to take him down. Ian Gary would literally get right back up. Nothing would happen. And then obviously, in the fifth round, what does he do? He takes his back and doesn't do a damn thing. A damn thing. I don't care what anybody says. I had this 3-2 Islam, and I mean, obviously, when you look at his face, I mean, come on. Like, again, he looks like he's been in a war, and Ian Gary, besides the head kick, looked like he was just, like I said, out there, like kind of like Volk. I mean, he's been there for a few rounds, Nothing too major. It's almost look like he's been demolished, bro. He's looked like he's fighting for life. This guy, I thought he was actually gassing in like rounds 3 or 4. I mean, when just holding somebody against the cage, maybe not round 3, but round 4 and 5, definitely. I thought he was praying again, like the Volk fight, to just end when he's actually getting challenged on the feet and not allowed to just sit at a fucking half guard or just triangle somebody or body lock somebody for the entire round. And then obviously we look at the sets again, 0 of 3, and you win this round. 0 of 3. Yay, 3 minutes, 12 minutes of control time. First round, I genuine. What, he just hold him against the cage for 3.5 minutes? Like, what? Fifth round, he didn't do shit. I'm sorry, excuse my language. He didn't do a damn thing. Like, again, aside from that head kick, what did he do? Hold him in half guard? Again, yes, head kick, big thing, knockdown. Big thing. But that's all for 5 rounds. Well, he got outstruck. Yeah, 3 out of 5 rounds. And then most of that time is just 3 minutes of control time. 3 minutes of control time. Again, not a single sub attempt. What, like, who the fuck did he last sub? What, Marcano? On 1 day's notice? Fair enough, I guess. I mean, again, it's mostly him at welterweight that's getting me annoyed. Him at lightweight was great. The brutal fight with Dustin Poirier. The fight against Charles Oliveira, prime Charles Oliveira. Great finish. The knockdown into the sub, great. Again, the first Volk fight, great. People love to bring up the second one. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut up, please. Anyways, too much on that. Moving on. Valentina Shevchenko. No, I'm relatively new to the scene. I just started like really watching last year and obviously this year. But I know she's had some boring ass fights. Like, I just recently watched this one because I was looking at the numbers. Because I remember one of Valentina's most recent ones, or I think her most recent one, yeah, against Zhang Weili, which we will see. And this fight, I'm looking at the stats and I'm like, okay, let me watch this to see if it's really that bad. It was. It was, because most of the time she was shooting, and to be fair, she was outstriking Alexa Grasso on the feet. Most of the time, it's just her holding the back, holding in half guard, holding in mount, not doing anything. Now, it could also be Alexa Grasso just having tremendous defense, I guess. Not, I guess. She was having great defense in that fight, but when you look at these numbers, man, again, like I said before, significant strikes. Valentina was obviously way better on than Grasso on the feet. 2 sub attempts, and both of them were by the person who's getting taken down. 16 minutes of control time. 3 of 8. Like 2 of 5. 3 minutes, basically 4 minutes of control time in rounds 2 and 4. And didn't do a damn. I mean, when you look at the total numbers, it's like, damn, they had a war. Yeah, what? Maybe there was a little bit of swelling over Grosso's. Was it left or right eye? I mean, again, it's just one of these boring fights where I'm just like, please stand them up, please do anything. I just want to. I mean, obviously, Shevchenko was way better than Grosso on the feet, and she probably maybe could have gone a late round finish, maybe. But we will never know, because she would lay in half guard for and mount for 16 minutes and half guard. Anyways, moving on to her most recent fight, like I said before, against Zhang Weili, where again, props to her, she's outlanding her on the feet, pretty badly. And then we get to the ground. Yay. Why not stand them up? Why not try to do anything? And to be fair, she does have some moments of like a good elbow, a good punch here, but one out of like every 30 seconds. And again, you look at the totals. I mean, again, she's outstriking exactly. She's outstriking her on the feet for most of these, if not all these rounds, except for round three, or actually round three and five. But again, it's just 4 of 6 on like in the fifth round, 3 minutes, 13 minutes of control time, not a single sub attempt again. Does she go for subs? Does she? Again, I'm relatively new. I know a lot of people do not like Shevchenko because she's just super boring. And maybe I missed a fight of hers that is actually entertaining. um, you guys will have to let me know down in the comments. Then again, we move to another. See, Hamza Chimaev is not boring. At least I would say when I've watched most of his fights. You know, the Gilbert Burns, the Sean Strickland, that was definitely not boring. Robert Whitaker, like he actually goes for subs and tries to, even knock out people in the feet. But you guys know what I'm gonna bring out. Oh my gosh! Like I swear this was a great card too, and the build up to this fight was better than the fight. Cause dude, the memes of DDP's at a or on paper DDP loses, but he doesn't know how to read. Like those memes were actually hilarious, and I'm like, okay, well he's gonna win, right? And then we get to an absolutely brutal war of laying in crucifix, mount, half guard, whatever. It's just so boring. It's so boring. I can't. You look at fair play. The total strikes 529 to 567. 20 minutes, 21 minutes, almost 22 of control time. One sub attempt. Not even by Hamzat. By DDP. I think he almost had that too. Again, fair play. He's outlining him significantly on the feet. But when you're just mixing in the striking with the fucking grappling, of course you're gonna outland him. Then again, not a great argument. But yeah, just absolute boring. We need to do something. Like stand them up. And I'm pretty sure they did get stand up if I remember correctly in the fifth round. Yeah, the fifth round. You wait until the fifth round to stand them up. Or maybe it was just DDP actually escaping. I don't remember. Why? 21 minutes, 22 minutes total of just boring. Moving on. Okay, actually, I want to bring this part up. People may say Merab for being boring. I'm a little bit biased, obviously. I like Merab. His most recent fights, okay, against Umar. Was that not a good fight? Against Sean O'Malley. Subbing Sean O'Malley. Then again, Sean O'Malley, pretty sure he said he doesn't train ground game. I could be wrong on that totally. But subbing Sean O'Malley. Him almost TKOing Corey Sandhagen on the feet. And still just, he was getting better at his own expense. And I'm pretty sure people found this very entertaining, him getting smashed by Peter Yan over 5 rounds. Like I said, I think he's gone a lot better. I think he's actually trying to search for maybe finishes more. Like I said, the almost TKO over Corey Sandhagen, the sub over Sean O'Malley. And then Yan is just Yan. He's just better on the feet. Anyways, moving on. I actually would like to appreciate somebody, which I never thought I would say. At least this person is Khabib. Props to Khabib because, unlike Islam, you have ground and pound. You actually can hit somebody while they're on the ground, while you're trying to, set up a sub. Like you did against this random that I don't even remember the name of. Like you did against Michael Johnson before subbing him. Like you did, smashing Edson Barbosa over, was it 3 rounds? Brutal smashing. It was like a 30, like 26 or 25. It was crazy. Great win. Prime Barbosa. And then him smashing Al Iaquinta. I'm sorry. It's Al Iaquinta, but still. Great ground and pound. Didn't finish him, but it was like a 50-45, 50-44. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was a 50-43. I'm not remembering the scorecard as well. And then smashing ground and pound, excuse me, I'm just all over the place. Over Conor McGregor, let's talk now. And then just him hitting him with an overhand right. Great. You know, setting up the sub. Great. Again, ground and pound over Dustin Poirier before he ended up choking the life out of him. Great. This is what I want to see. Islam, please learn from your mentor. Please. Please, for the love of God, just learn how to actually strike war on the ground to set up. Anyways, moving on. Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson. Or again, fair play. Mackenzie Dern was doing far better on the feet than Jillian Robinson. I don't know what her game plan was. Then again, your coach. Yeah. Well, I'll just leave it at that. But fair play. She almost did sub her in the first round, and you know a lot of people like Mackenzie Dern for other reasons. But it was actually very, very good play of jiu-jitsu, and you know, then again, after this point, kind of boring. That's kind of how it is for most women title fights. I was gonna make a video, or at least be like hot take, I guess maybe. I actually thought recently that these women fights have been pretty good. I thought they've been pretty entertaining. You know, looking for sub attempts, the TKOs, you know, obviously they're not better than the men. I mean, that's just never ever going to happen. But they do have some great fights. They do, or great, maybe a little bit pushing it, but they do have some really good fights. You obviously still have some very boring ass fights, especially the title fights that I've seen. But it happens. With that being said, thank you guys. Excuse me. Gotta look at the stats first. I don't even. I'm all over the place with this. 17 minutes of control time. Both of them. They're combined, I should say. Again, I mean, significantly, I mean, they were striking pretty well in the first and third round. Jillian Robinson was getting destroyed for most of this fight. But, I mean, fair play. One sub a time. Better than any of Islam's welterweight fights. So props. 0 of 6, 3 of 9, 5 of 15. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just 4 minutes in round 5. Stand him up, maybe. I mean, we're not gonna look at great striking, but I mean, at least it's better than laying in a fucking body triangle, half guard mount, to something other than just laying on somebody for 4 minutes. Please. Anyways, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what boring fights I missed. Preferably the ones that have wrestling the most. I obviously didn't include Yoel Romero versus Izzy and other boring ass fights like Damian Maia versus Anderson Silva. Obviously did not include those because those are more striking. But let me know if I missed any wrestling ones. Actually, maybe I should have included Tyrone Lily. Now I'm thinking about it. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. With that being said, goodbye.